Good morning, everyone. My name is Yubin Kim from Great Puzzle, and I'm very honored to introduce our company and also our product PetSpot in front of you. RVM. Have you ever heard about the reverse vending machine? So this is a vending machine, but in reverse. People put their used PET bottle, and this RVM collects this PET bottle and gives the deposit back to people. This is very effective in the country for the better recycling because RVM collects PET bottle individually, keeping them clean and ready for the high quality recycling. However, RVM performs best when paired with something called deposit refund system or just DRS. User pays a small deposit when they buy drinks or Coca-Cola or something like this and gets the deposit back by returning the empty bottle to the reverse vending machine. So this is a DRS. As you can see here, the RVM scans the PET bottle by the barcode, and if this is a PET bottle, it gives back the deposit to the user, and after that, the high quality recycling is happening because the separate PET bottle disposal just happened within the RVM machine. As you can see here, in Lithuania, they didn't have the DRS and RVM system before 2016. But once they implemented these two systems, the PT recycling rate has just risen from 34 to 92%. This is a very rapid growth. However, we have a problem that only 45 countries among many, many countries around the world have implemented this DRS and RVM system. So those countries have about 10 to 15% of the worldwide PET bottle production. But what about other countries? 150 countries that don't have the DRS policy. What about them? So let me just briefly compare those two types of countries, the DRS countries and non-DRS countries. The DRS countries have the recycling rate that reaches almost about 70 to 90%. However, the countries that don't have DRS, which means that then they don't have the RVM system as well, their high quality recycling rate is just about 10%. The maximum is 20%. Why? Because they don't have the deposit reference system, and there is no reason for people to to throw out the PET bottle separately. But what is the deeper reason behind than just absence of DRS system? The real reason is the disposal. Because mixed plastics materials significantly reduce the efficiency and quality of recycling. Different plastic materials, they have different melting points, which makes the recycling much harder. So this is a more precise uh, structure of how the recycling is happening in the countries that don't have DRS and RVM system. As you can see, because of the mixed disposal, the whole recycling rate has to go through many, many steps, like 15 complex recycling steps. And all of those 15 complex recycling steps are aimed just for the one purpose, is to separate all the materials from one to another, like PET, PP, or PE materials. So as you can see here, RVMs, they're really effective. They enable clean PET bottle collection and solve mixed plastic issues. But their effectiveness depends on DRS policy. So our main question for the countries like South Korea or Nepal is that, okay, I understand that RVM is effective. However, how can we implement the RVM system without the huge DRS policy? We have to solve two major problems. First, because RVM system works under the barcode recognition, because within the, like European RVMs, they scan the barcode and recognize whether it is a PET bottle or not. But we don't have this system. The second, we don't have deposit. We don't have the deposit to pay to the users, so we have to solve this problem. So we significantly felt the importance of of this problem and decided to solve this using the AI solution. So I would like to introduce the PetSpot. This is the great puzzle Great Puzzle's AI-powered autonomous PET bottle shredder as a solution for separate disposal. So let me introduce a little bit more about our product. Our product is distinguishable from two perspectives. The first, instead of using barcode sorting, we decided to implement the AI sorting. The PetSpot uses AI technology to identify whether this is a PET bottle or not. If this is not a PET bottle, this AI RVM PetSpot gives back like other bottle or other like product to the user. The second one, we were able to find out the similar deposit from the intrinsic value of the PET bottle itself. When you sell the bottle that came up to the RVM, we can earn money. And from that money, partially, we can give back to the users. So it becomes, like our own deposit. To explain a little bit more about our system, I would like to show this graph. So after the production, user uses like other different types of PT bottle like Coca-Cola or like Sprite, something else. And then after the usage, the user gives back, inserts the bottle into the pet spot, and inside of the pet spot, the AI classifies whether it is a pet or not. And after classification, if this is a PET pet spot, if this is a PET bottle, after that, the RVM itself crushes the PET bottle and makes it as a little flakes, like plastic flakes. And after that, because we have a pure plastic flakes, now we can go through just three simple recycling steps. Just remember before, when we didn't have RVM and DRS system, we had to go through 15 complex stages. However, now we can go only through the three simple recycling stages because we have a pure PET bottle. It's only about washing and then sorting and then packaging. And here we go. We have already ready completed PT flakes. And as you can see here, now we are achieving 92% of recycling rate. So this is sometimes even higher than those European countries. Let me share a little bit more about our um, how our PetSpot AI RVM works in a circular system. As you can see, the gray part is the part that used to be before RVM. As you can see there, we are wasting a lot of PT bottle in incarnation or like landfilled, and only few parts of the whole PT bottles are becoming a high quality recycle. However, with the pet spot, we can go through the circular economy and use the PET bottle over and over again. To make this happen, we used our own technology, a high technology. And this is an AI classification, sorting device within a RVM, and crushing model. First of all, let me introduce our first technology, the AI-based ultra precision AI classification. Here, we used an ultra precise AI classification to decide and to classify whether it is a PT bottle or not. So the accuracy is very important. So comparing to other our competitors that have only about 90% of accuracy, we have almost 100, 98.6% of accuracy that meets EU and GRS standards for the PET flakes. Next, we have a high-speed sorting via direct drive motor. So while our competitors they use the conveyor belt within the RVM that makes all the process much slower, we decided to use a direct drive motor system within the RVM. So because of that, our process is um, is much quicker. It's almost about by 4.4 times quicker than other competitors, which means that we can get more users to our RVM. And lastly, we are using the crushing model within the RVM system. So this is very effective. So let me explain you why this is effective. So many RVMs, like in Europe or like other countries, They just accept the PET bottle and then they compress it. But because this PET bottle is solid, it takes a lot of volume within the machine. However, if you just crush it right away and make it as a little flakes, we can save a lot of volume and a lot of storage efficiency. So let me tell you in the numbers. By crushing and making the flakes out of the bottles, we can reduce 8 times the volume efficiency compared to the compressed bottles. And if you compare with the bottles that are not compressed, we can have 64 times efficiency. So this is a lot. So when you have a smaller volume and more efficient storage availability, we can actually draw more people to use this device. So as a result, you can see that we can have a storage efficiency that improved by 8 times. And also the carbon footprint has been reduced by 80%. And also the material value. So the price for the PET flakes has risen a lot from about $0.06 per kilogram to $0.97 per kilogram. So because of that, we have our own dream. We want from every return bottle to become a brand new resources. So great puzzle. So we envision a world where the PET bottle are not just discarded somewhere else, but reborn as a high quality resource through our AI-based RVM, PetSpot. So let me get into the details a little bit more and tell you about our business model. We are actually planning to um, generate some revenue selling through our RVM robots and our AI sorting robots. And let me explain you a little bit more about the AI sorting robots later. And maintenance service and high value recycled PET flakes that comes from the RVM. So in 2025, we expect revenue of about $360,000, growing to $7.4 million by 2027 and over $36 million by 2029. So this is our current business model. We would like to sell our AI solution for those companies that have RVM but don't have the AI solution within it. But later on, where we would like to make our own pet spot more, like acceptable for many users and make our own RVM and sell it directly to the customers. And also we are open for the global market. As you can see in the here in the graph, South Korea and other countries have similar PET flake prices. I'm sorry for the, like Korean currency, but you can see here that the PET flake prices are almost the same in many countries, including Nepal. However, what is really interesting is that the PET bottle generation are very different from comparing to South Korea. Let's say India has 260 million tons of, like production of PET bottle when Korea has just zero point 0.3 million. But in the third line, you can see that the average annual income is very different if you compare other countries with South Korea, which means that you can have more people working in your company. And this says a lot about the ability to scale up in countries abroad. I would like to finish my presentation by telling about our future steps. As you can see here, the PET bottle has some problem. So what is the problem? The problem is that as you can see here, the bottle itself is a PET material. However, the cap and the ring, they are made out of the PE or PP material. Because they have different materials, it is really difficult to recycle later on. So that's why the Great Puzzle is currently inventing a technology to be able to remove the cap and ring from the PET bottle and to make 100% of the pure PET bottle later on. And also, we are planning to invent an AI sorting robot. So as I already told you, we can separate the disposal in RVM, but also we can separate material in sorting facilities. When before people used to be sorting manually by hands, but now we can implement the machine and implement the AI solution without this machine that can sort out those different plastic materials by itself. So here you're using the same AI technology we use for our pet spot. So this is our brief comparison of AI sorting robot with our company, with other company. And also the application is already ready for combined usage with our RVM. So user can also check how much money they have earned um, through the PT bottle insertion. And also they not only can just earn money, but they also can donate this money to the people who are in need. So this is the video. I think that our director Shane will show you afterwards. And this is our team members. Currently, most of our team members are from the Seoul National University. This is our journey. The significant point that I can just check out from here is that in 2025, our product, PetSpot, was designated as a national innovative product. Yeah, I think this is all for now. Thank you for listening. And yeah, this was a great puzzle.